Hi, I'm Tara and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you something that would be good for St. Patrick's Day. First, I'm going to show you how to make a corned beef, and then I will show you what you can do with it that is a little more creative than maybe just putting some potatoes and carrots and cabbage on the side, right? So we will get to that in a moment. So first things first, grab a corned beef from the grocery store. Just your average corned beef that has the seasoning packet, I think. Yeah, a spice packet inside. Grab one of those and make it about 4 pounds or so. At least this one is. So get that. Get yourself a big pot. Just put it in now. Okay, so go ahead and cut that baby open. Pull the guy out and into the pot. Seasoning packet is stuck to it, so pull that off. All right, so then cut off the top of that and sprinkle it in on top. Okay, and then the water going in the pot just to cover it. Grab yourself a Guinness. Pop that baby open and pour it in. Grab yourself another Guinness, pop that baby open, and drink it while you make your dinner. Yeah. Then just go ahead and put it on the stove and turn it up on high. Oops, turn the right burner up on high. And bring that to a boil. Once this starts to boil, you want to turn it down to a simmer and then put the lid on it. So about between low and medium. And that's going to go for about 2.5-ish hours or so. So while that is boiling away, we can go ahead and prep the ingredients for what I'm going to show you, which is how I make my quesadillas in the oven. So I thought it would be a cool way to use the corned beef is to put it in a sort of St. Patrick's Day themed quesadilla. Quesadillas are awesome to make to use up any type of leftovers that you have. I mean, you could go crazy with the combinations that you can come up with. So one of the things that I want to put in this quesadilla is the green. And instead of cabbage, I'm using Brussels sprouts. Now, Brussels sprouts are pretty much little cabbages. I mean, it tastes pretty much the same to me anyway. So I thought it would be a cool addition to this quesadilla. So what you want to do is grab some Brussels sprouts. I get the bag from Costco, of course, and I had some left, so I'm using up the rest. So what you do is you rinse them off, and I'm going to move this pile over here, and then you take them, and you've got this end that you want to cut off, so go ahead and chop that off. Once they're chopped in half, or the end is chopped off, then look to see if there are any leaves that you want to pull off that maybe have like little black marks on them or something, and just kind of discard those. Then you want to cut it in half. And you're doing that because you want to have like a flat surface to put the Brussels sprout down on. You can keep it flat so that when you're cutting it, it doesn't roll all over, and then you're apt to possibly cut yourself. So put it on the flat surface and then shred it, basically. So just cut it into strips, and it makes it, kind of like shredded, right? So just go through and do that with all your Brussels sprouts. Another thing that I think we should put in these quesadillas is carrot. So grab a large carrot, or if it's not too big, maybe 2 of them, and just go ahead and quickly peel it into a sink, chop off the end, and then I always just chop it in half, and that way you can chop it in kind of smaller, manageable pieces, and then just kind of little thin pieces like that, I think is good. And it'll cook faster too. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and use an onion as well. So let's get this chopped up. See, actually, now that I've chopped it up, and I kind of just look like, how big is this pile? And then how big is this pile? And, you know, think about putting it together. That tells you how much to use of each ingredient, you know? At least that's how my brain works when I do it. So actually, I'm going to do half of this medium onion because I think that's going to be enough. So, FYI, don't worry. The recipe will be down in the description box for you, all figured out. I think a lot of times I just figure this out as I go anyway, so that's what I'm doing right now. And it's Chihuahua cheese. At least I think this is like the perfect, it even says, literally it even says on this package, I just realized, authentic Mexican style quesadilla cheese for melting. Yeah, so okie doke. I guess this is what you get for quesadillas. I just know I love Chihuahua cheese. It does melt really, really perfect in a Mexican dish, enchiladas, quesadillas, stuff like that. So we're going to use this as the main cheese, but we will put some of that Irish Dubliner cheese in there as well. That'll be awesome. Okay, we have about an hour and a half left or so on the corned beef. So while that's still cooking away and we're pretty much done prepping our other ingredients, let's make the glaze for the corned beef. I used this mustard in another video that I made with the English, the chicken and mushroom pie. And this is a mustard-based sauce. I thought this one was actually perfect for this as well because it's garlic kraut mustard. So let's go ahead and use this as the mustard, or I'm going to. You use whatever you have. But I like that it has kraut in it because, you know, that's kind of St. Patrick's Day-ish, right? So let's see. It's like, I'm just kind of, it's about 3 really heaping tablespoons of mustard. But that's going to be the base. And then I'm going to put some soy sauce. I like to get the low sodium soy sauce because it literally tastes the same. So why not have lower sodium, right? So I'm going to do just a couple of tablespoons of soy sauce. This is just going to add a depth of flavor. And then for the sweet, because you want sweet in this, so I'm going to use honey as the sweet. And again, let's see how much we want to use. There's 1. Let's do 2. Let's start with 2 heaping tablespoons. And I am just going to stir this up and taste it. I'm going to do 1 more heaping tablespoon of this honey. All right. Yeah, that's good. So we'll use that when it's time. Okay, the timer just went off, so let's check the corned beef. I'll take the lid off. All right. So it's not, you know, the prettiest thing that you've ever seen, but it's supposed to be fork tender, and that it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use this roasting pan. You could use a cookie sheet if you want to as well, but I wanna put it on this rack when I roast it in the oven. So that's why I'm gonna use this pan. If you have like a wire rack that you can put on a cookie sheet, that would be cool. If you don't have that, just put it right on the cookie sheet. I'm sure it's fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I take this. I'm gonna grab the fork because I'm setting it here because there's like the sink area. I don't want to set it straight on this marble because it's hot. So pull out, just like pierce it with the fork and carefully put it into the roasting pan. Okay, so we've got the mustard, honey, soy sauce mixture, and we are just going to kind of pour a little bit on there and then just glaze it all over. I've got tons of it to use. I probably made too much, but that's okay. We'll have plenty on here. Get the edge, the end. Yeah, okay. Because this is going to bake up really delicious in the oven. All right, and then we will just grab this and put it in the oven. And we will set the timer for 25 minutes. Okay, the timer just went off, so it is time to take a look at the corned beef. It looks pretty good. Okay, let me show you. Yeah. All right. Oof, 400-degree oven. Whew. All right. That looks good. Oh my goodness. See, and now you can see it's got the red color, you know, that you're used to seeing on corned beef. Looks a hell of a lot better than it did when I took it out of that pot, right? Yeah. So we will let that hang out while we cook up the rest of the ingredients for our quesadillas. Okay, so we are going to make the ingredients now for the inside of the quesadilla, and then we are ready to put it together. So we are going to start with, I have it on this burner. Let's put the right burner on. Okay, so medium heat. Okay, let that heat up a little bit, and we are gonna put, I'm gonna use the light olive oil, just, you know, a little bit in the pan. And while we're waiting for this to heat up, I gotta try this, dude. I gotta try this. It looks so good. I am going to just cut off a piece. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, it's just pulling apart. Okay. It's just a little piece. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. Oh my gosh. That's delicious. Yeah. You should make it like that. And it was easy, right? Yeah, okay. That's really, really good. And that glaze on top is really good too, so. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we're just gonna take all of these ingredients and put them in the pan. You're just stirring it up so that you're distributing the olive oil throughout the ingredients. And then just season it with some sea salt, just to bring out the flavors in the ingredients. This would crank for me. Some black pepper. As much as you want, and you will come to know how much I like black pepper. And let's go ahead, stir it again. It's up pretty high. That's good, because this is going to cook pretty quick. You can see that it's getting nice and green, like bright green. So it's got a perfect color for our St. Patrick's Day quesadilla. Okay, let's put in some garlic too. I always put garlic in when I make these Brussels sprouts. Use this knife to get it off. All that goodness off of there. And that will become fragrant right away. Okay. And I'm just gonna, this isn't the right lid for this, but I'm just gonna cover it a bit to let it cook just a little while longer. So let me show you. Look at this. So get some color on it, right? And it's very, like, you know, tender. Kind of looks like this. Anytime that I make these shredded Brussels sprouts, it reminds me of the inside of an egg roll. You know, that's pretty much what it tastes like too. So when you put the garlic in, the onion, carrot, all that stuff. So yeah, this is done. Okay, so this has been resting for a while. Let's pick it up and put it on the cutting board. It's delightful. And so there's some like of this glaze stuck to the bottom, and other than the black parts, I'm getting this other stuff off of here because, yeah, because it tastes really good. And I'm just spreading it right on top because it tastes really good. So it would be a shame to not have it. Yeah, okay. I'm telling you. Just smoosh it on there. Oh my goodness. This stuff's good. We want to make sure that we're cutting against the grain, and when I slice this, you can see, I'm just going to pick this up. When I slice this, you can see that I did cut against the grain. You see the grain is moving downwards. So, yeah. Okay. So that means, where's my knife? All right, so let's go ahead and kind of thicker slices. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Yeah, it looks really good. So let's slice some of this up. Oh goodness. Oh, I am very happy with this. I just want to stand here and eat it. And there's a good amount of fat right here. That really is not necessary. It did its job. That's up to you, you know? Oh my gosh, okay. All right, well, I'll keep cutting some. Honestly, I gotta eat this part. It melts in your mouth like butter. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, and that was so easy. I know I said that already, but it was true. Okay. Wow, that's good. Okay. Sliced it up. And actually, I decided I do want to cube this. So I'm going to cut it like this and then kind of chop it up. Yeah, I think this is gonna be better. Because the reason I'm doing this is because of this mustard part. I think it'll better distribute the mustard parts in with all these cubes. That's how I'm feeling it anyway, so. And I need to eat this one. Okay. Oh my God, I'm serious, it's so good. The reason I'm showing you these quesadillas also is because this is the way that I have found is the easiest way to make quesadillas. It's the most mess-free way, and it's just like error-proof, you know? It's so easy. And you put we're gonna put it in a 400-degree oven, so it's already at 400 degrees, so that's handy. So the first thing that you wanna do is grab a cookie sheet. So we grab one of those. Get that ready. And you need your tortillas of your choice, whatever kind you want. So you know, they're always a little bit of a different size, so just match up too, you know what I mean? Yeah, these are about the same size-ish. This one's a little bit bigger on the bottom. This one matches a little better. Okay. Go ahead and put your tortillas down on the cookie sheet, and then you just want to start adding your ingredients. So we've got our Brussels sprout mixture here. We can put a layer on. For both of them. The great thing about making your own quesadillas is that you get as much stuff in them as you want, right? There's never enough stuff in them. You go to a restaurant or a fast food place and they gyp ya. Not in your own kitchen. Never in your own kitchen. And we just kind of distribute. And this makes it easy with the shredded. So, grab some. Make it as cheesy as you want. All right. Now, put on the tops. Once you're done filling them, they're nice and filled. And then the last thing, just drizzle a little oil on top of each one, and then just spread it around. Or if you've got one of those oil sprayers, you can use that. just kind of, and if you don't have a brush, use your hand. Just spread it around. All right, and that's it. 400-degree oven. We're gonna put it in now. And I'm gonna set the timer. I think these take about 15 minutes. We shall see. So the quesadillas just have a couple minutes left. I do really want to use this cheese as well, just to put a little more Irish into these quesadillas. So I'm just gonna slice off just a chunk. All right. Ooh, yeah. They're basically done now. All right, so I'm gonna use the microplane and just shred some, just a little bit. Oh yeah, this is gonna put it over the top on each of these. Okay. And then put them back in the oven. Just to melt that cheese, because the tortillas on top are already just a little bit brown, so they're basically done. So we'll put them in for another minute, minute and a half, and then pull them out. Okay. Okay, they look good. Yes. All right, so I happen to have one of these crazy spatulas. I guess they're for pancakes, but they're really good for quesadillas too. Especially this size. So, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look at how perfect that is. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, and the cheese on top, jeez. All right, let me bring you over here so you can see. So, yeah, this looks amazing. And all of these edges here, like, you know how good that's gonna be. You just know it. All right, so I'm just gonna cut this in fours. Make a couple of notches with the end of your knife so that it cuts easier. Because you want it to be pretty, right? All right, press down fast. Get through that bottom layer there. All right, turn it. Do the same thing. You don't want it to crack, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but you spend this much time on food, you want it to be pretty, right? Okay. Get that started, and then fast down. Cut it. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Cheese pull. Oh, goodness. Check that out. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here right now. Check that out. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I would plate this up really pretty for you on a plate, but why? Like, look, you can do that if you want. I love this though. I love the colors of this. Before I even try it, like, you know, there's the green, right? With the Brussels sprouts, you've got the carrot showing, the corned beef. Like, this is your St. Patrick's Day meal in a quesadilla. Yum. Okay, so it looks really hot. but I don't care. I'm going for it. So yeah. It's real hot. That is delicious. That's delicious. And this top with the cheese is like got such a great crust and everything you can see. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is awesome. And you know, pair it with like a spicy sauce or something. My favorite thing that I make all the time is a ranch dressing. I buy the ranch seasoning and I make it kind of how the directions say to make it on the seasoning packet, but I put a little bit more mayonnaise than it asks for. I put a big scoop of Greek yogurt in it and then a little less milk so it's not as thin. And I add a big squeeze of sriracha. Mix that together and it's a spicy ranch. That would be really good with this. Or you could even do just sour cream and sriracha, mix that together. That would be really good. I like spicy though, so whatever you think you would want to dip it in, if you even need to dip it in anything. But those two things would be really good. But yeah, this is amazing. The corned beef really turned out well the way I made it. Real buttery tasting, melt in your mouth. I'm very happy with it, very proud of that. And yeah, this tastes awesome. And it's just something a little different. And even if you don't make it for St. Patrick's Day, this is a great way to use your leftovers. So anyway, thanks for coming by again and checking me out. Thanks for sharing my videos with your friends. Thanks for subscribing. And I will see you next time.